Lately, I've been thinking a lot about what is stopping me from creating. I've been doing photography since I was about 16 years old. At the time, I really just needed a outlet to express myself and kind of get out of my head. I remember pretty vividly going for walks at sunset every night and taking pictures of the clouds with my phone. The pictures weren't anything crazy, but it was the start of my art career. I just didn't know it at the time. During those 8 years, I have gone through many creative blocks, or whatever you prefer to call it. I think that it's just a part of the process. However, the biggest thing stopping me was always myself. Oftentimes, I would come up with excuses about why I couldn't create, or perhaps convince myself that I didn't have the tools I needed to create. Another horrible habit I've picked up is convincing myself that everything I do needs to be productive and needs to be finished. If I was looking to be productive, I never would have gotten into all this in the first place. When productivity stops me from being creative. It's tough to draw the line between productivity and creativity. In general, the idea of creativity in my head is always unproductive creation. It's going for a walk every night and taking pictures of the clouds with no real purpose. It's going out to take pictures when I've had a rough day, or meeting up with people just to shoot for no real reason. But a certain balance exists. I need to be productive to a certain extent in order to take this to the place I need it to actually touch the lives of others and make a lasting impact on the world. I need to be productive to help other people be creative. For example, writing this post and creating this video is quite productive of me. I'm taking an idea I had, making it real, and executing the plan I had in my head or in my notebook for the idea. That's where the experience comes into play, because I need to know when to be productive and when to be creative. Perhaps this is a prime example of me doing both. I'm not necessarily advocating for anybody to do either, but understanding how both productivity and creativity play a crucial role in the entire process. All I ever really needed to make this was a camera and a functioning computer. Granted, I ended up with a very nice camera, 2 of them, and a very nice computer. For that, I'm very thankful. But it goes to show that you don't really need a lot to get started. Please, don't let material stop you from creating. There will come a time when you need an upgrade, but just get started. And get started for no good reason at all. And again, we find ourselves at a line that is very hard to draw. I am telling you that you should create for no good reason, yet that you need to start now. Establish your reasons. For real, get out your notebook or close this app after you watch this video and open up the Notes app. Start thinking about what you want to create and why. Especially over the past few years, I know that the loops of life can have so much gravity. It can feel impossible to break yourself from them. However, the solution I'm offering you will break the loop. When you create, it will help you get out of your head. Creating intrinsic motivation for creating is very important. What does it look like for me? Well, for starters, it is a matter of mental health for me. My explanation for going out and taking pictures all of those nights when I was 16 was because it allowed me to focus on something else other than what I was dealing with at the time. For even a split second, I was just looking at the clouds, trying to find a cool way to frame them. Another strong motivator for me is definitely mindfulness. Photography for me is much like meditation in a sense. I do meditate daily, but photography, as I just mentioned, allows me to stop thinking and just look at the world. There is something about consciously looking at something, focusing on it for a bit, that allows us to become a bystander to our thoughts and not engage with them. The final motivator I will mention is people. This also is something I learned from meditation. But me creating this is going to help somebody. I am not a very confident person, but I am sure that it will help somebody in one way or another. That is now the basis for everything I create. If you relate to this, Please follow that impulse and create the better world you wish to live in. We need you. Stopping and starting. During this video, I touched on how I got started creating, what has stopped me from creating, and a few reasons why I create. I didn't precisely tell you what is stopping you. I believe that is for you to explore. I only talked about what stops me in hopes that somebody can relate. Thank you.